Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some.
Hi friends, good morning. Welcome to the Stamper Studio. I do have my little friend here. This is Frankie. She's gonna help me stamp today, right? So how was your week? We had like a super busy, I felt like I had a super busy week, sort of unusual, because on Wednesday we went to a friend's husband's funeral, which of course is just so sad. Good but sad. And then after that, I came home and I made Valentine's cookies and then more Valentine's cookies, because on Friday I brought some to school for the kids. So it's just a very full week at school. We had literacy night on Thursday night, which means we had different rooms for kids to go to. And anyway, very full week. I'm happy to be here and happy that it's Saturday. So check in, let us know where you are. Awesome. Look at, there's your name. Tina says, good morning, Lisa, Dave, and Frankie. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to make a stamp card using this seasonal celebrations. And Dave is looking up to see, I can't remember if it's an online exclusive or if it is in the mini catalog. So they are not pictured together. However, when you get this one, if you have no words to match everything, and if you get this one, you have no pictures, I kind of feel like, well, they just go together like perfectly. So we're going to make an Easter card and we're going to make a Valentine's card using the same design, but just fun.
Hi, Carla.
Should we do Easter or Valentine's first, Frankie?
Thanks, Carla.
Easter.
It was super fun doing Super Stamping Weekends.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've already, yes, that was just last weekend, wasn't it? All right, so I'm going to pull up my measurements here on my phone so I know what to tell you how big things are. All right, so first we're starting with, and Carla, you might recognize this because Tracy made a similar card. So we're starting with our standard 5.5 by 8.5, and then I just cut from the corner down. And the important thing to remember is you're cutting from that top corner to the outside, because when you fold it, it's like that's the gate, that's the opening. So obviously if you did it this way, it would be backwards. So you want to do that. I did get some, it's the two-tone paper. And so the two-tone paper is pretty cool. It's a designer series paper, and on one side, look at that, Frankie, you like those colors? Like a light pink and a little bit darker pink, so like a pretty, it's a little bit lighter, like bubble bath, and then that pink, so those are pretty. And that one I scored with the plaid 3D embossing folder. I wanted something with a deep crease, I guess is what I want to say. And I thought the white might show, but it didn't, because inside there's white. So I thought that might show. It didn't show as much as I thought it might, but you just cut it either way. If you cut it wrong, you just use a lighter color. All right, so we're going to stick this on. And so we'll put adhesive here. Ooh. Do you see what just happened? Yeah. Because I cut it so thickly. Do you see what just happened up there? We'll stick that on after. I think I'm going to use my other glue then, because clearly when I was trying to make a deep impression, and so by doing that, I think I maybe went too deep. So we're going to stick this on here. This is just a 4 by 5.25. Let's stick that right there. We'll stick on that little piece, that little piece that came off. We can pick it up. There we go. All right, and we'll just tuck this one under there so you never know that it was missing. There we go. Right? You wouldn't know that was cut, would you? Yeah. Well, you would because you're sitting here, right? Yeah. Now we're going to take the other half and put it up here like that. So just to make a kind of make a little design. Do you want to put the glue on this one? Just don't go too close to the edge. And if you can reach over here, you reach over there. Something sticky. Yeah, there's a lot of sticky things here. I gotcha. Inside, while Frankie's gluing that, inside we have a 3 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Good job. That's awesome. You can put the lid on. That's plenty. Look at Frankie did such a good job. Get that glue on there. And yep.
Mini catalog, online exclusive.
Gotcha. Like I said, they're not together, which I didn't quite understand, but that's okay. More glue on your fingers.
Hi, Mary Jo. Hey, Diane.
There you go. I got you.
Happy
You can set it right
Valentine's
in
Day,
there.
everyone.
Yes. Yes. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. So there is kind of our base. And actually, I should have used my bone folder and just grabbed this. Frankie already made a card this morning, didn't you?
Yeah.
You want to get it and you can show them? You have to go under the table to get out. Nope. Okay. All right. So here is our 8.5 by 3. And that we're going to score at 4 1/4 because that's going to sit right inside here like that. Okay. Before I stick this in though, I'm going to decorate the rest of this and then we'll put that on just so we have, I guess I can put it in actually. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in. This I'm going to use our regular adhesive. There's no fear about tearing. No fear. We'll just pop that in here. What's that? It's going to sit right. What's that? Yeah, it's going to sit right in the center of the card like that. So when I open this, then you open that. Okay. All right. I did cut our white cardstock
Hi, Cheryl.
at 2 3/4 by 3. 2 3/4. No, by, sorry. Yeah, 2 3/4 by 4. Let me just double check our measurements here, but I will put them in the chat. 2 3/4 by 4. Yes, 2 3/4 by 4. And that's the part that's going to go inside. Before I stick that in there, whoops, there's some of that glue we were talking about. Before I stick that in there, I'm going to go ahead and stamp on this one. This one's going to be Easter. So right here, we want to stamp a happy Easter using our reason to celebrate. And Dave said this one is in the mini catalog,
Yep.
and then this one is the online exclusive. Honestly, I just go and type in the titles. That's why
I'm putting links in the chat.
that's perfect. All right, so we're going to do the Happy Easter, and we'll grab a block here. Do you see Easter on there, Frankie? I see the happy right here.
Yeah.
You see the Easter?
No.
Easter is right here.
Hi, Joanne. Happy Valentine's to you too.
And I'm going to stamp them separately only because I'm going to stamp one and then the other because when you put them together, I'm afraid it might come out a little bit too far apart. So we're going to use Pretty in Pink and stamp it right up in. Let's get our mat. Frankie, let's get this. Because when you're using photopolymer, you want to stamp on your mat. This is demonstrator and training, you know, right? All right, let's get that straight right there. Happy.
Can I do the next one?
I will do it on here, and you can do it on that one. Is that right? Yeah, you can do it on that one, okay? So we'll stamp Happy Easter. It's kind of hard to get straight, Frankie, but sometimes it doesn't matter, right? There we go. So you can stamp that on there on one side. So this is, oh, what about the happy? Sorry, let's get that happy for you. Why don't you stamp Easter? Because the happy I set aside already. And then we'll stamp happy after. So that's going to sit right there. So when this is open or when this is closed, you can still see your Happy Easter. Okay. So let's go ahead and stick that on. Nice job. All right. Should have just let Frankie do it. She did a great job. Look at that. Easter. Super job, my dear. Super job. Thank you. We'll just set that in the middle. All right. This part we're going to stamp a bunny on, which is going to be really fun. So first thing we need to do, a bunny, yep. First thing we need to do is we're going to, a bunny does need eyes. Thank you. Otherwise it would be a blind bunny. That wouldn't be very, that'd be so hard. Can you imagine? All right, we are going to die cut out. Let me clear our spot here a little bit. just 2 of our circles. And we can probably close this so we don't get ink all over. There we go. We are going to die cut 2 circles. Let's make sure our bunny fits. Good idea, right? Because I realized these bunnies are a little bit bigger than what I thought. So I think we're going to need a little bit bigger circle. What do you think? That is not big enough. So we are using the Spotlight on Nature dies. I love these dies. Frankie, you can put that on the block. Where's the Easter block? You can put that on there.
I'll take off the Easter.
Okay, I'll take the Easter. You put on the bunny.
I
I'll
love
take
the
Easter.
Spotlight on Nature dies because you can do
Yeah,
so
let's get
much
this
fun
off.
layering with them.
All right, you can put on the bunny. And we're going to go a little bit bigger than this one. But no, I probably need a little bit bigger cardstock. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Lining these up. I know, these Spotlight on Nature are so pretty. Okay, I didn't realize that. I was thinking they were all different, but
We might need a bigger one.
I think you can do it on that one. I think we'll be okay. Great. So the Spotlight on Nature has several different dies. Let's look inside here. All of these different dies, which I just love, and they have 2 different patterns, 3 different patterns. And this, I thought these might be a different size, but they are the same. So we're going to go 1 size bigger, which means we're going to go to this one right here. Let's see our bunny. Is that going to work? Yes, that'll just work fine. So let's close up this. And yep, that'll work. Get our different, and that'll fit. Yep, 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 yep. All right, I'm going to die cut 2 at the same time because then I only have to run this through 1 time for everybody to see. Using our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. All right, go, Frankie. Oops, hang on just 1 second. Let's get that over. Let's make sure it's all the way on the paper. Otherwise, that's not going to work. All the way on. All right, go ahead. Ugh. Hang on just 1 second. Back up. Let's get this straight. There we go. Okay. Go, go, go. There we are. Pull this way so you can see it come out. Good job, hon. There it is. All right. Would you set that over on the bookshelf right next to us? Thanks. All right. So here are our 2 dies. Awesome. And this is going to sit a little bit off of this, but I'm okay with that. I think that looks actually really cute like that.
Yep.
Because then when you lift it up, it's going to be just fine.
With the
All right.
design on the side, it looks sort of doily-like.
Looks what?
Doily-like,
Doily. Yes, it does look like kind of doily.
which is
We're
very
gonna-
Thanksgiving, Valentine's.
We're going to do our bunny in crumb cake, I think is what I picked up. Yep, crumb cake. You can stamp it over here, Frankie, over on this side, and we might need to stamp it a second time, and that's okay. There you go. Silly me to think we would have to stamp it twice. You did great, but you did great. I'm going to stamp it off because I think that crumb cake is a little too dark. So let's go ahead and stamp that off on a piece of paper. Thank you. We'll just grab a little notebook here and we'll stamp that off. And then we'll make it a little bit lighter. Oopsie. Helps if the notebook is flat. A little bit lighter. Okay. 3rd time.
Go up a little bit.
All right. I cannot use this notebook. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to grab my little paper here. I'm going to use the back side of this. Or use that. There we go. Now we'll stamp. We'll see. We'll get to choose between the darker one and the lighter one. I think this one will be just, oh yeah. I think that's just fine. Because we want to be able to see his little face. So let's grab our stamps. And the little face is this it right here. We're going to stamp that little face in black. And then we're going to, what's that? Yes. I'm going to stamp this one. You did a great job with the bunny. Dave, would you get me a pink marker? Like a
Bubble bath.
no, pretty well either. Yeah, sure. Look at Is he so cute? He's adorable. All right. So,
Can I stamp one on mine?
yes, of course you can. Here you go. Good call. Here's your. All right. So, yeah, that crumb cake, I like the little bit lighter color. That works well. And this guy's going to sit right here. I got one little piece to poke out. Look at that. Boom, out. And
Mine is a little bit to the side.
is it? Thank you.
I can find.
All right. So we are going to color his ears just a little bit inside here. Oh, that's really dark.
Sorry.
That's okay. Nope. All good. What is this one?
Pretty in pink.
Flirty flamingo.
Oh, sorry.
All good. All
I
right.
had pretty in pink in my hand. but
That's okay.
Must have put it back.
No worries. All right. So we're going to pop him up here. Grab some dimensionals and whoopsie. One thing I do really like about our cardstock is you noticed I just flipped it over and stamped on the other side, and that's because it's thick enough that it's not gonna, this money is not gonna show through. All right, love, let's get our, oh, I wonder if I went too far on the edge. Maybe, that's okay. All right, oh no, I didn't. There's our little bunny, cute. So when you open up, it says Happy Easter, cute. And I think we could dress him up with some gems, but it didn't bring any gems. So that's what I have. And I have one more card to make after that one. Oh, Frankie did a really nice job. You want to color in my ears? Go ahead and finish those. Oopsie. All right. Dave, did you have something to tell us?
Sure. Just want to
I'm gonna
remind
get
you,
situated.
as always, go to thestamperstudio.com for anything you possibly could need. In addition, when you get there, one thing I want to draw your attention to is Card Cafe. Card Cafe is our in-person event, happens here in our Minnetonka studio. And next weekend is our next Card Cafe. When you come to Card Cafe, you get to choose 5 designs. You get to make 10, two of each, for a total of 10 beautiful cards. Great fun time, lots of fun, lots of laughter. And just go to thestamperstudio.com, click on in and register for our February Card Cafe coming up next weekend. As always, please sign up by Wednesday so we make sure that we have enough supplies for everyone who is coming. So go to thestamperstudio.com, sign up for Card Cafe.
So Frankie and I are looking at her. Her bunny is so cute, and I love how she actually stamped the eyes off instead of like looking to one direction instead of right in the center. She just said, do you want me to cut this out so we can put it on here? Sure, you can do that. All right. We're going to make another card, the same design. However, this one is going to be for graduation. So remember, we started with our 8.5 by 5.5, and cut it off from the top corner to the outside edge. And then our school, our Hopkins school, is royal blue. So I die cut using the Stripes 3D embossing folder. And I was debating this way or this way, big decision. And I ended up going up and down. And you can see this side up, the stripes, and then it's got these little dots in there. It's just a kind of a sweet design. So they're going to go like this. So I'm going to get those on. What do you need the card? Okay. Oh, you cut out that. You're doing great. She's like, can I have the card? Well, let's cut out first, and then we'll do that. All right. So this we're going to stick on. Remember, because I did try to. Oh, there was something I did. Did I tell you it was two-tone cardstock? The pink. Not sure I told you that. The pink was two-tone cardstock, which that's what I was trying to do, a really deep emboss to get the white to show. So if I were to rip it, there's white inside, which is kind of a big deal. Actually, what's kind of funny is it's a big deal to have solid inside. And so then for Stampin' Up! To have white inside is now the new big deal. All right, let's go ahead and stick this on. Just going to use this so I don't rip any off again. Nice job. This is going to go right up here, up on this corner. There we go.
Mary Jo said you did mention two-tone.
Thank you. I just, sometimes can't remember. All right, so there is our beginnings of our graduation card. Again, I have my 8.5 by 3 scored at 4 1/4. That's my inside here. I just think it's a sweet card. Like it's pretty simple once you get the dimensions down. I think it's going to be a nice graduation card. I have 2 students that work for me. They come and help, and
Student volunteers.
student volunteers. So they are both graduating this year. So one of these will be for them. All right, I'm trying to get that kind of in the center. So if you push it all the way to the edge here, it's not going to be centered. So I'm going more for centered rather than lined up on that line. I guess you could line up the bottom. Anyway, I'm just going for centered, and this one happens to have lines. Makes it easy for me to line up. All right, so we are using, again, oh, I don't need the white actually, because we're just going to do the cap on here. What I do need to do, nice job, is I'm going to use this since I don't have my little roller. So this is, I'm going to leave them actually. This is because I double.
Cut 2 at a time.
Yeah, when I cut 2 at a time, you're not going to get that. So I'm just going to leave that just like that. And it's going to be for, no offense, Dave, hang on. It's for a little boy. It's for a senior boy. I'm sure he's not going to notice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean off my little bunny so I can use my block here. How are you doing on this Saturday? What's happening? What's happening? Oh yeah, Cheryl, that'd be great to have you at Card Cafe. All right, make sure it's clean. Let's get our mat, which is right here. And anybody doing anything fun for Valentine's Day? You may know Dave and I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. Tell them why, Dave.
So we don't celebrate Valentine's Day because for the first years of our marriage, we owned a party store and a balloon shop. And so that meant Valentine's Day, we were usually up for 48 hours straight at least. Sent out literally hundreds of deliveries across the LA area. And so Valentine's Day was very exhausting for
Yes.
us. So as a result, at the end of Valentine's Day, we would just go home and collapse.
Yeah.
So because of that, we still don't celebrate
No,
Valentine's Day.
Not a big deal for us.
Little lingering effect there.
So I don't know if you know, with the photopolymer, the first time you stamp it, you're not going to get as dark an image as if you stamp it and then stamp it again. So I stamped it on the back side, and then I will now stamp it on the front side. Let's see, we'll put the tassel on that side. You're going to get a much darker image.
Carla and her husband are going to dinner at Casper's. That sounds fun.
Oh, that's fun. I don't know what that is, but that sounds fun. Dinner out sounds fun.
Your
We are
favorite
going.
place in Egan.
We are going to, wrong one, our in-laws. So let's grab that little tassel. And it'd be fun to make the tassel in a different color or just in the same. The nice thing about this is you could actually bend it. Do you know that with photopolymer, you can bend it. So let's see, because I'm going to have it cover that smudge right there.
Oh, a great steakhouse.
Oh, fun. I don't know why I'm trying to do it that way. I don't think you can do it that way,
I don't think
but let's do this. And that'll cover that. I just want to get that little smudge down right there. I'm going to get that covered a little bit. So we'll see. If not, it's okay. Remember, he's not going to notice. So let's get our tassel, which would be fun in like a, I don't know that we have silver and gold anymore, but that would sure be fun. That's cute. And so this is ready to go on here. We did not stamp inside. The other thing we could, if we wanted white, I don't think so though. I think we're good right here. And I'm just going to stick it directly on. Why? Because he's not going to notice. There we go. Poor Dave. It's not for you. All right, we're going to put that in here, but of course we need to stamp. We need to get our little congratulations, and we'll stamp that first. Do you see our words, Frankie? Here, there.
One thing you could do with that white piece
Yeah.
is if it was a little longer, you could fold up the bottom and turn it into a gift card holder.
Oh, for sure. We're looking for graduation. Oh, right here. And again, we're going to use the happy.
Mary Jo has been missing Card Cafe.
I know. Well, we've been missing you. All right, here we go. Let's put that on here. I'm going to stamp this one first this time.
Nice.
And then
Sandy, they're doing a party at their condo.
a Valentine's party.
Looks that way.
That's fun. All right, graduation. Happy hanging off the edge. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the graduation first this time because last time I stamped the happy, I felt like it was over too far. But if I stamp the graduation here, or you could do happy graduation on the outside and congratulations, or vice versa, maybe. And we'll stamp that little happy right up here. Happy graduation. So, and I don't think the congratulations would fit out here where it's pretty big.
It's pretty long. Yeah.
Pretty long. So we will leave that, but I do think even just on a basic white strip there could be cute. So there we go. That does look kind of funny there, but there. Oops, I didn't glue this one in. I'm like, why is that so crooked? Because we didn't glue it in. All right. So at Super Stampin' Sunday or Super Stampin' Weekend, Tracy made this with St. Patrick's Day, I think. She made it in green anyway.
Wow, Cheryl's having a big Valentine's event at the house.
Okay, fun. The other thing I think is a little brad, or not a brad, like a gem or something right here would be perfect.
Yep.
So couple more details would be great, but I do love that this has all those different images. So you could do, the daffodil, you could do the St. Patrick's Day, birthday, of course, with stars. And I love these little ones that you can put inside. There's the little pom-pom to the hat. So super fun. And then I love that these have all the words. So celebrations on your special day, lots of different things. So that is what I have. I think these are really fun. I'm going to probably add a couple of gems before I post them because we just need a tiny bit more. I'll put them this way so you can see them. So there we go. Frankie's been working very hard. Let's see your little card here. Let's see your little card. And that can get popped up right there. Sweet. We'll pop that up right on top of my other one. There we go. All right, friends, that's what we have for you. I look forward to, hopefully that give you some, Cheryl say, put a black bow on the dot.
Instead of a gem, you could put a bow in the middle there.
Oh, sure. All right, that sounds good. I love everyone has really good ideas. I look forward to seeing you on Monday at New in the Studio. Monday is President's Day. Dave has off completely.
Yay.
I don't. We have no kids, but we have to go to professional development, which is not bad because it starts at 8. And when it starts at 8, that means I can play pickleball in the morning. Whoop, whoop. All right. Do you want to scooch over and say goodbye? Thanks for coming, and we look forward to seeing you on Monday. Happy stamping, friends.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic. Let's make